What's up, guys? Aid here, my boy Dave, who just 2-0'd the hell out of me with Floowandereeze. First place at our locals. Can we see that list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am nostalgia.
Standard. Well, not standard. So 3 of the good ones.
Is that not standard?
Well, these are standard.
Yeah, those are standard.
I was gonna say standard the whole engine, but no. And then I played 2 street and 2 toucan.
Yeah, these were 1-1 prior, right?
Yeah. Well, some people are doing like 2-1 or 1-1. Yeah. Usually, I wanted to up the amount of birds in the deck with because of the new quick play spell.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to play like the Samorg or any like random birds. So I was already playing 2 street, so I just upped the toucan. Because you'll get like hands where you banish a bird more often now, and then toucan comes up because of that. Mm-hmm. And then the 1 of barrier.
Shout out Bengi when he played 2.
Played 2?
Yeah, because then if they out it, he could summon Rabina, search another one with the on their turn.
Pellegrini. For the tribute summons, 2 Empen, and then 1 Snao. It's like another bird we added in the deck.
Yeah, you didn't play that before, right?
No, I played it in my original list, but then I like cut it because I was like bricking on it. But like I said, with the quick play spell, I want to have more birds to banish.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have like a good tribute summon. This comes up a lot. It actually matters. Like the most relevant part of this effect is that it attacks over Griffin without activating an effect. So
This Griffin? Like that Griffin.
Brave
I was
Griffin.
thinking Nightmare Griffin when you said it.
Every time someone says Griffin, I think the same thing. But yeah, the Brave Griffin. It's 28 defense, and this
That's
just
29.
Yeah, this just like beats over it. And then the Book of Eclipse effect matters a lot when you're playing against PK. A lot of times you can Book of Eclipse them.
Oh yeah, that one does it like its own effect, right? Not with the trap
so
card.
you Book of Eclipse them with the trap card, and then they try to further extend, because they have so many extenders. They have like Fogblades and Grave and stuff. So when they try to extend again, you just Book of Eclipse them again, and they have to pass their turn. It's really good.
It's like you're playing Ojama, you lock all their zones down.
And then the last 2 tributes, Apex and Ryza. They're both insane.
That card needs to not be $50 so I can play the deck too.
Yeah, this card's great, especially with every deck playing DPE. It just outs the whole DPE.
Right, because it takes one of the Grave Boys too, right?
Yeah.
I never understand how this card like actually resolves. It's a card in Grave, a card on field, and then another card in Grave if you tribute it a win.
Yeah, it's a card on Grave, a card on field that go to top deck, and then if you tribute it a win, it targets an additional card on the field to go to hand. Very good, very good.
You're very good.
And then the last 3 monsters, the best hand trap, 3 shifter.
This card's insane.
That card's garbage.
Even when you brick, this card is time walk. Your opponent just passes their turn.
What if I Foolish Burial send Thunder Dragon Roar?
You're cheating. I'm calling the judge.
Is that your only hand trap?
Yes, it's the best hand trap. It's all you really need. The only other like card I play for going second is Dark Ruler. So like I had like 3 flex spots basically, and I was going between like what other hand trap could I play that's high impact.
No droplets then?
No. Like I don't like droplets in this deck because like the value with droplets is that a lot of the times you like activate a spell and then you like send it. You can't droplets under shifter, and you can't droplets with your Floowandereeze monsters.
Yeah,
on the
I was
board.
thinking that when you started saying it, because like you would summon, it would have to send a Grave and it can't, so then you can't even use it to dodge like you would with a
so
book
like
or
you have to
something.
send cards in your hand, and like a lot of the times you need like all the cards in your hand to like break through some of the boards. So I'd rather just like have this. If they make a big board, I know every single card is gonna get negated. If it's PK, like I know the DP and whatever else they make is gonna get negated.
So you
I
think
don't
it's
have to
standard
worry.
for this deck to not play droplet? Or is that like unique to you?
I've seen a couple people play it, but I think for the most part, most people don't play a droplet. I personally don't. I'd much rather just like play this card. I don't think like the application to like set a droplet like really comes up that much.
Yeah.
If you dark rule that board and your combo resolves, you should win the game.
Yeah, and it's like you don't care about Scythe, so like the droplet.
Yeah, I don't care about
isn't even that
Scythe,
impactful.
and like no other hand traps like as impactful as like a Dark Ruler or a Shifter. Under Shifter, I can't Droll, I can't Ogre. I don't want
Yeah, you don't want them to not synergize with
I don't really like Nib and like Ash and like Valor or Imperm. They're all like too low impact right now. So I think Dark Ruler is just like the best thing to do. Just go to your turn. You don't have to worry about anything. And then 6 pots, the standard pots. There's an argument for extra now, but digging 6 to side deck or digging 6 to like Feather Duster or anything like that is just like
Getting what you need is nice.
Also, like duality into prosperity is like a thing. You can't do that with extras.
And the fact if you open both, you're getting to look at the top 9. That's insane.
When you look at the top 9, you're always gonna see what you need. Like,
if you don't, your deck sucks. But we're seeing all the cards. They're all cards you need.
3 Book of Moon. Some people thought that or think when we got the quick play spell that we stopped playing this card. Because the main application is to dodge Imperm. But Book of Moon also still does that. But it's also like an insane card, like going first and second. When you go second, and then you just Book of Moon, one of their negates is the trades for one negate.
You forced my DPE with that.
Yeah, that's the main thing is you force DP or you can force a Griffin. You just Book of Moon it. And then also when you go first and you have barrier statue, a lot of times their only play is normal attack over and then they play. If you have Book of Moon, they can't do that. You Book of Moon their attack and then they usually pass. So I think Book of Moon
is OTK.
Yeah, Book of Moon. I think Book of Moon's way too good to cut. I don't think I'd ever cut that.
Does it ever contribute to bad hands?
Not really. I haven't really bricked with the deck. In the past 3 days, I played 20 rounds of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I bricked twice. And one of them I drew. It was unbelievable brick. I drew 5 tribute summons. So okay, whatever. But I won the match anyway because it was Shadol and that's the buy.
Rude.
And then 3 map, 3 quick play. This card's broken.
I need that card.
Yeah.
That card's nice.
Gains 500. Win in time. For no reason it gains 500.
To win in time.
Yeah. The card's so good. It funny enough also helps you OTK a lot easier too.
Yo, I'm gonna side this into my Tri Brigade deck and banish what's it called? Banish my Nerval to search and then gain 5 in time.
I hate you. But it helps you OTK actually really easily because when you do the standard combo, if your opponent can't beat the barrier statue Empin, you flip the trap card for value, just get Empin and then search this, and then with your map and your Robina search on their turn, you search this, and then your Robina searches a toucan. And then on your turn, you use this to get a map, and then the map and toucan gets you another tribute summon, and then the eagling gets you a 4th tribute summon. So you can always play through anything and kill them basically. That's really good.
Juice. And you gain 5.
And you gain 5. One of unknown unexplored wins. Card's broken, and then Feather Duster.
That's weird.
Main deck.
In the main
And
deck,
the gold is chipped.
in the main deck, well, that's another reason for prosperity. You get to see 6 and you get to see this card. This card has just never been bad for me. If you go first and you draw it, it might feel bad. But Floowandereeze also, even going first, you resolve most combo decks. You go first, you resolve your combo, the game's over. Floowandereeze plays 4 turns. The match is always 4 turns because it's your turn. Your opponent tries to play through it. And then it comes back to your turn. Oh, 3 turns, sorry. 3
Or
turns.
if you go second.
Yeah, and then this is so this is just blowout if they need back row or anything, we blow out back row decks. This deck struggles against skill drain and other floodgates. And then also even when it's just they set 1 imperm, set 1 droplet, this trading for an imperm and droplet is really good.
We take those MSTs.
Then the 1 trap.
No one ever plays the counter trap. Does it still suck? I'm guessing.
Yeah, the counter trap sucks because it doesn't do anything on its own. I've had hands where, if my hand's Robina, Eaglin, trap. If I go normal Robina, my opponent imperms it, I pass.
Yeah, that's an extender.
If this was the counter trap, it does nothing. But if it's a normal trap, I set it and then.
Kind of you already have to be winning for it to be good.
Yeah, and it's so easy to stop. If they just have. For example, Sword Soul, they just go Vashuda. Wait, can they Vashuda? Yes, it actually activates effect. So, no. If they get an effect, if they have any way to interact with their Empin, get it off the board, or just MST the fucking counter trap, it's dead. This card is just much more versatile.
Card's always live.
Extra deck real quick, I guess.
Does it matter?
Not really. These are just the first 6 cards I banished for prosperity. And then these are the only cards that really matter.
I'm guessing these are targets for when they Maximus.
Yeah, if you Maximus and you don't have and you don't want to do the Entis Macabre, or if you've already done it.
So that's probably standard in the list, right?
Yeah, this is the standard. It's your Maximus, your Zeus, out to their can, and then some people play into this. It couldn't matter.
I played into it last week.
Gotta respect the zones.
I do.
And that was the quickest extra deck ever.
Loads quicker.
3 token collector.
You can't normal that off the guys, right?
You can normal it off Empen.
Oh, Empen can't.
You can normal off Empen and Snell. Those are the only ones that don't specify Wing Beast. So if you do that, you like if you go first, you keep this in because you do that off of Empen. You just normal this off Empen because you can't special on their turn if you're gonna do Floowandereeze plays.
Yeah. Would you rather be summoning the barrier statue though?
You're never like if you can get barrier statue Empen, you're not sacrificing one or the other. Because you go, like, the normal play is, like, if you have Robina map, you Robina, Chain Block, and then normal Barrier Statue to play around Gamma, and then you go Eaglin, Empen, and then off the Empen, you normal this. You get both of them.
Yeah, so they're locked under both, so their Mo you can't punch over both.
It's double Barrier Statue, basically, against that deck. It's also, like, good against...
You can draw it, like, going second, and it's lit, too.
There's also a bunch of decks that are just, like, playing Needle Fiber and Auroradon, and this deck blows those... This card blows those out.
Do you side that in against, like, a VW build playing that?
If I see Auroradon, yeah. The other hand trap, 3 Lancia. This is probably the second highest impact hand trap. It's like I think it's the second best hand trap besides Shifter.
And it works under Shifter.
Yeah, you can do this and Shifter. That actually happened to me yesterday against an Invoke player. I shifted them. They called by, and then I chained Lancia, so their invocation didn't resolve, and then Shifter was live on my turn.
How does... If Lancia resolves first, then they can't ban it. Or cards aren't banished, right?
Lancia resolves first, and then Call by the Great. Well, no matter what, even if Lancia resolves after Shifter, because it says you cannot banish, that takes precedent over Shifter banishing everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Best going first card.
So I have to side red reboot against you.
Yeah.
And if I don't kill you, I get hard punished for doing that too.
Yeah, both of those cards should be banned. Red reboot and this card should be banned, probably.
They really hit recital over this card.
Yeah.
What?
This card's gross. Also, this card searches Harpy's Feather Duster.
Oh, baby, no! That's when it's destroyed by card effect, right? So if they duster you, you duster them back.
Yeah, or they lightning storm you, like you just flip this and then it gets destroyed, you search Duster.
Okay.
And it's like blowout against them. 2D barrier.
So 5D barrier.
Yeah, 5D barrier. It's good against Sword Soul, every deck that like Needle Fibers, VW, stuff like that. If you're playing against like randomly Invoke, like shit all cards. It's still like a really good card. But I cut it down to 2 because I put in space for 1 Explored Winds.
That's weird.
That's weird. It was like mostly like testing this. I really want this against like back row decks because it outs their can, it outs like the skill drains and stuff.
Can you attempt to summon, like, you can't under their can try to summon a wing beast when you have a wing beast, right?
No, but this you can contribute set with this.
Oh.
So you send the their can over your guy and set tribute.
Can you summon it? Or no, because like if you were to like
you can't attempt to summon it. You can't attempt to like normally tribute summon it.
All
you can tribute
right.
set.
I see it.
Yeah, so you just tribute set over this.
It's a slow out because
Yeah.
then your guy's set. You're not really playing, but the card's gone.
And also in like slower, grindier matchups, this card just like makes it so your opponent just dies. You just like pick apart their board. Especially with the quick play spell, you can get like 3 tribute summons on your turn very easily.
And the draw is juicy, probably.
Yeah, you just tribute. Yeah, a lot of times when you open like the hands that are just full of birds, you just like do your combo, you end with a full grip, and then put 2 back, draw 2 new cards. Like,
Full grip.
Yeah.
Full grip games.
So in practice, this card is like really good. I liked it. Also because we played the upped bird count,
It's live more often.
Yeah. And then the last card is 3 Cosmics. Back row decks. Scythe doesn't matter in this deck, but all the Scythe decks play Lancia. So this is just like a Scythe out, but it's for Lancia. It's good against like the Brave Engine. It's just like all around good card.
Anything else you want to say?
Floowandereeze is tier 1.
All right. And last thing I want to say is I love you, Dave. You're beautiful.